Have you ever Googled a legal question only to have Reddit threads pop up at the top of search results? It's happening more and more, and many law firms are losing out on clients because of it. Google's latest updates have changed the game. They now prioritize discussion-based content over traditional blogs. That means when people search for legal advice, they're more likely to end up on Reddit rather than your law firm's website. The problem is that a lot of the advice that people find on Reddit is outdated or just plain wrong. But here's where the opportunity comes in. If you know how to market your law firm on Reddit the right way, you can use it to build credibility, attract new clients, and ultimately rank higher in search results. The catch is that you have to do it without getting downvoted, banned, or outright ridiculed. I'm going to show you exactly how to market your law firm on Reddit the right way, without getting burned. So, why is Reddit everywhere on the search results? A few years ago, if you searched for something like, how do I form an LLC? You would get results from websites like Avo, FindLaw, and other law firms' blogs. But now, Reddit is often at the top. There are a few reasons why this is happening. First, Google's algorithm now prioritizes helpful content. Google's recent helpful content update aims to prioritize content that provides real, experience-based answers instead of generic or AI-generated responses. And nothing's more real than an ongoing discussion between actual users sharing their experiences. Second, Reddit discussions match Google's new ranking factors. Google sees Reddit as a goldmine of first-hand experiences. A legal blog might give a generic 10 steps to form an LLC, but a Reddit thread has real business owners discussing challenges they faced, mistakes they made, and lessons they learned. That kind of authentic engagement is exactly what Google wants to rank higher. Third, engagement is king. The more upvotes, comments, and discussions a post gets, the more likely it is to rank higher. Traditional law firm blogs often lack that same level of engagement. The shift towards prioritizing community-driven content isn't going away. If law firms want to stay visible in search, they need to be a part of the conversation. The question then becomes, how do you participate in the conversation on websites like Reddit without getting burned? Let's break it down. Before you start posting on Reddit, you need to understand how it works. It's a collection of niche communities, each with its own rules and culture. These communities are called subreddits, and they act like private clubs. Each subreddit has its own vibe. Some are welcoming, while others are brutally unforgiving. Upvotes and downvotes decide visibility. If your comment gets upvoted, it rises to the top. If it gets downvoted enough, it'll disappear entirely. Reddit despises traditional marketing. If you show up and immediately start promoting your law firm, Reddit will chew you up and spit you out. If you walk in and immediately start handing out business cards, people will probably ignore you. But if you join the conversation, add value, and let people come to you, odds are you'll get people talking. The number one mistake that many law firms make when they get on Reddit is treating it like a billboard. The second that Redditors sense self-promotion, you're done. Instead, here's how to actually make an impact. First, you need to find the right subreddits. Not all subreddits are worth your time. You need to find out where your audience is and engage there. The best subreddits for law firms include r/legal advice, a place where you cannot directly give legal advice, but you can learn what concerns potential clients have. r/law, a great place to discuss legal industry news and trends. There is r/legal marketing, a small but useful subreddit for law firm growth strategies. And r/small business, a place where entrepreneurs constantly ask legal questions about contracts, trademarks, and liability. Before you post on Reddit, I recommend you lurk. After that, read the subreddit's rules, because if you break them, you'll probably get banned. Another mistake that we find people make when advertising on Reddit is immediately mentioning their law firm's name. Do not immediately jump on Reddit and start promoting your practice. Reddit users hate that. Instead, engage with some discussions. Here are a few tips on how to earn trust quickly. First, answer legal adjacent questions in subreddits like small business or law. Then you can share helpful, actionable insights and not generic responses. Afterwards, if people start asking for more information, then you can promote your firm naturally. Before you post anything on Reddit, ask yourself, does my comment sound like an ad? The best Reddit marketing does not sound like marketing at all. It sounds like a natural, organic post. So you've taken the time to find a couple subreddits you're interested in, After you engage a little bit and build your reputation on a couple subreddits, you can then start to mention your law firm. However, only do so when it feels like a natural part of the conversation. What not to do. Don't drop a link to your website with no context. Don't ask users to DM you for legal advice. And do not copy-paste marketing material into a comment. Instead of saying, contact my law firm for help, try something like, this issue comes up a lot in my practice. One thing I tell my clients is XYZ. That way, you are subtly promoting your law firm and adding value to the conversation. It's a way to scream, I'm an expert, hire me, without actually doing that. Another thing you could do is run a legal AMA or an Ask Me Anything. It's a powerful but risky way to establish credibility on Reddit. It's risky because you don't have control over the questions that people ask you. Reddit users love to test experts and ask questions that are complex or could get you into hot water. So you should be ready for tough or even hostile questions. And remember that if your answers seem vague, people will call you out on it. And again, something you don't want to do is outright market your law firm on your Ask Me Anything. Instead of saying, I'm a lawyer, ask me anything, you could say, I'm a criminal defense attorney who specializes in DWI. Ask me anything. Also, make sure you choose the right subreddit for your AMA. Not all subreddits welcome these types of threads, so make sure you do your research before posting. And to make sure it's successful, be completely transparent and respond with full, genuine answers. With all that said, I don't recommend you start your Reddit journey by posting an AMA. Instead, you should engage first, build credibility on a couple subreddits, and then consider posting an AMA. Reddit also has a pay-to-play advertising platform. We find that certain types of law firms, and more specifically certain practice areas, can have some success with Reddit advertising. For example, if you're running a class action lawsuit and you're looking for respondents who might have engaged with or bought a product within a certain amount of time, posting an ad on Reddit is a good way to get people to respond. However, for most law firms, Reddit advertising is ineffective and your money is better spent elsewhere. Reddit is changing the way that people find legal advice. So if you're planning on using Reddit for your law firm marketing, here are a few takeaways. First, you need to engage and build trust before promoting your law firm. Second, avoid blatant self-promotion. It'll get you buried in downvotes. Third, use Ask Me Anythings and Reddit ads wisely. They can work, but only if done right. Do you have experience or are you planning on marketing your law firm on Reddit? Let me know in the comments. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.